welcome to this live video we do from Messe Boat in Düsseldorf. It's a new situation for both Julian and I.
Yes.
It's a bit we're both a bit nervous, but we want to use this video not only to be live and have live questions answered. This is the intention to do this video to bring information about the boat club we run since a few years in Calanova, to use this as information material so we can send it out later. And if questions arise, we can always just send this video link and have it used for other purposes. Thanks to Boatsclub for this opportunity. I will just give it a quick run through about the history of WEBOAT Club in Mallorca, to then see if their questions are coming up or what we want to talk about. We initially started as a charter company around 7 years ago, renting out boats on daily purpose, on a daily basis. So people would come and get the Axor 28. We had a Nimbus drop head. We had an early Nimbus W9. Rent this boat for the days. It was a good business. It was just a lot of work to have constant flow of new people coming in every day. We had one member, or one charter guest at this time, who was renting on a very regular basis. And he promoted us the idea and said, hey, why don't you just give me a flat rate? I want to pay a flat rate, so I don't have to do all this check-in, check-out process, paperwork on a daily basis. And he wanted to have a fixed amount to pay instead of buying his own boat or renting on a daily basis. That's how we started this whole boat club idea. That's 5 years ago. It has been growing ever since. And last year, 2022, we had 6 boats. Julian is here with me. I'm very happy about that you came to Boat Düsseldorf with us. He's managing the boat club. He's managing all the charter. He's responsible for the whole harbor setup. Together with one of his guys is David, and then we have a technician, Christopher, and Jimmy, who's helping on the technical side.
Not to forget Wilma, one of the most important.
Very important is
Yes.
Wilma. One of the first ideas. Could you just give us a run through what boats we have had in 2022?
Well, starting from the lowest boat, we've got the Axopar 22. We've got 2 Axopar T-tops 28, 2 37 Suntops.
That's Axopar brand, yes.
Of course, yeah. And a Nimbus T9 and a Nimbus T11.
So counting right, that were 6 boats last year.
Yes.
You can already see it's very brand related. So we have Axopar on the one hand, and we have Nimbus on the other side. We're gonna see what we're gonna plan for next year. We're gonna have some new boats, which we can see as well here on the boat show. But that was what we had 2022. Julian, give us an idea. Who's the typical boat club member? Is it just people live nearby, or is it people like from Mallorca, or who's the member?
Well, most of our members, they live abroad, so they live in Germany, England, Swedish members, few local people. We've got 2 Spanish families in the club too. And yeah, the idea is to have a boat available all year round, but not actually managing all year round.
So you know all the families because you see them daily, or is it how does it work? Are they coming to the harbor, they're taking the boat, they treat the boat as it would be their own, or do they come and check in and see you every time they go out and take a boat?
A family wants to see me, check in with me, spend in the morning with me, maybe have a coffee or so. And there's another family who maybe rocks up whenever they want to rock up, takes the boat, no communication at all, and just off they go.
So we say use the boat as it would be your own boat. So you're not planning to come at 10 o'clock. Some people come at 10 o'clock, they put some stuff on the boat, they go back for coffee, they leave at 12, they come back at 3 to drop up some friends. So it's really, the idea is to use the boat as it would be your own boat, but as a fixed price. So you know before what you're going to end up paying for the year. So there's no extra cost for maintenance, and that's all taken care of. That brings me a bit to see the concept. So the concept is in Germany we call it ABO-Boating. So you pay as you pay for membership in the fitness club. You pay a yearly fee. We have an overview about the membership levels. So we put them like sizes. We're starting with the small size, medium, a large, and an extra large membership, and that's really not about the boat model, it's more about the length. So it's boat up to 8 meters, boat up to 10 meters, boats up to 12, and boats up to 15 meters. They have a fixed price per year. So you end up paying, for example, in the medium membership, which includes the Axopar 28 or the 2 Axopar 28, and which includes the Nimbus T9, you pay 11,900 euro fixed. There's no extra cost for usage, there's no extra cost for cleaning. The only extra cost we have to pay end of the month or every 3-4 months is the fuel you actually consumed. If you own a boat, then you actually have cost, like you have first to buy a boat, you then have to maintain the boat, you have yearly costs for anti-fouling, you have yearly costs for servicing. This is all taken care of by us. So you're not owning the boat. We keep the boats in our ownership. So you really have a flat rate rental. As Julian just mentioned, there's no need for check-in. So there's nobody coming in the morning and checking you in to give you the charter contract before you can leave. It's more that you can use the boat as it would be your own, but on a flat rate. Julian, what do you see is the best time for boating? Because that's, of course, people talk about July and August. You mentioned the boat Axopar 37. Is the boat used all year round, or we have them in the water for the whole year, or is it really a summer thing?
My preference is pre-season, so starting somewhere between April, February, even now, like in January, the boats was going out. The cross cabin was booked throughout the entire Christmas holiday, New Year's, and obviously summer is good for the business, good for the chartering, but funny enough, lots of our members are not even there because it's too hot, too crowded is the island. And then after season, again, October, November, that's when the boats are going out.
So what's the ratio members per boat?
Roughly it's 20 outings per year.
So that's the use of the boat, how many days they use it actually?
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, we've got boats in the harbor who leave maybe, not from our club, but like there's boat owners who maybe only leave 3-4 times a year. And then you have to ask yourself, does it make sense? Mooring costs, etc., etc. And yeah.
So ratio members per boat, we keep it very simple. So the week has 7 days. So we want to have 7 members maximum per boat. That's like only for calculations. We have in the membership M, we have 3 boats. So it would be a maximum of 21 days. So the maximum use by these 3 boats would be the 21 members. And we as a charter company who does as well sales, that's very like a strong integration between sales, is that we can rent out those boats for 30 days per year for people interested in buying those boats. We try to always prioritize our members, so the members can get use of the boat, but as well as we need to promote sales, we use 30 days per year on the level M, for example, to get outings on people interested in buying. And we have regular clients, they're chartering since 7-8 years. We keep them in the club or in this charter as well. The prices for our charter is super expensive. It's very, very hard. So we don't want to have these 10 people coming to party on a boat, and they should look for different boats. Is the day broken down in slots, or is it always 10 to 6?
In winter we have it at less hours of the day, so the sun already sets at 5. So we use the boat somewhere between 10 in the morning and 5 in the evening. In summer the sun sets around 10 o'clock, so we can use the boat from early mornings, even before 10 o'clock, 10 till 2, 2 till 10, or the whole day from 10 till 10. So those are the 4 slots that we can use the boats.
So we actually have multi-use per day. So we have people that come for wakeboarding, especially on our smaller boats, the Axopar 22. We had people coming in the morning, go wakeboarding from 7 to 10. Then at 10 o'clock the boat goes out, or at 10:30, so it gives us some time to clean. The boat goes out with the second member for the rest of the day. And sometimes for sundowner, people come again and just take the boat for a spin from 8 to 9, really in...
And I even use the boat maybe like 2 days in a row, or even 3 days in a row. Obviously off season, but not during the season. Yeah.
Michael, do we get some questions which we haven't answered?
2 questions. Are the boats equipped with any water toys?
Yes. We have the Axopar 22. Can I say with which it's going to be replaced?
Yeah.
The Axopar 22 will be replaced by the Axopar 25, which is one of my favorite boats. I actually slept on the boat for 2 nights, and it's a fun toy. And that has a wakeboard, water ski, a sub underneath. But yes, every other boat has, we've got a toolbox where we have all types of toys, water skis.
In the booking process, when the members book through the app, so it's all app-based, they can select their water toys as well. In an ideal setup, these water toys end up on the boats in the morning ready for the outing. If it's not, because it was last-minute booking or it's just an extra which someone added, we have a storage which is accessible by the members, and they can just take water skis, wakeboard, a life vest, stand-up paddleboards, whatever they want to do, without an extra charge. So that's all included, like a flat rate packet which we include into the outing.
Second question, can you change your plan during the season?
Yeah.
You sign up for a level. Some people say they want to just try level S or level M, and then when there's space, as we have limitations of maximum members, then you can always upgrade your level. It's always a yearly membership, so we try to work out a way when you upgrade that you with the date when you're upgrading, the new year starts. So it's helping all of us. So it's not January to January or January to December. It's when you first do your first outing, that's the first day of your year, which starts and renews in the end of the year. Any other questions by now? Just to give idea, people asked, the most important question is about the availability. Are the boats available enough to be used? We had an average use per member last year, or haven't checked for 2022. For 2021, it was 18 days average use per year. The best member for us is not the member who's using the boat only 5 times, only 6 times, because that is a member who potentially drops out. He says, Julian, Tom, we used it only 5 times, we paid 11,000 euro, it doesn't make sense for us. So we want to have usage. So we're aiming for 12, 15, 18, 20 days of use. So it makes sense both for the member, but both as well for us. It's really the essential. It comes down. We have an interest to make the boats available. We could book every single day, per especially in the summer, with a charter, 100%. But if we would do that, the members would just say, sorry, Tom, it doesn't work. The concept doesn't work like you do it. So we have an interest to keep the availability for the members high. And I mean, our success just like acknowledges what that's working. So we see people renew. I spoke with 2 members here on the boat show. They are going to renew. And we're adding boats for them every year. So it seems to work for the members. I would tell you anything to make you sign up, but the success that the members re-sign, I think is very easy. So it's the easiest answer to this question. A big concern of ours, of course, is whom are you taking on? Is there some training? Julian, can you give us a bit of a rundown what happens if someone signs up? I do the paperwork, it's all done, and then he comes for his first day on the water with our boats. Do we have some training? Yes. Some like a first day with you?
Not just a first day. My goal is to spend this year, especially a lot of time with the members, because even though the member training with me maybe a year or 2 or 3 years ago, and he doesn't go boating regular like we do, like I do, he might not feel as comfortable. So my aim is this year to spend more time with the member. So every season spend more and more time on the water with the member. parking the mooring, anchoring, finding new spots, locations on the island. Everything is very concentrated around, say, Palma and Port Adriano. But you can go explore so many different spots, so many little colors which you might not feel comfortable to go inside with the boat because you see rocky patches, lots of boats, but our boats are small, sporty enough to cruise around them and and find new spots.
So we train the new member to a level where both are comfortable. So you have to be comfortable, but as well I do have to be comfortable to give this 500,000 euro toy to someone.
I have members that maybe had 2-hour training and all good, he feels comfortable, I feel comfortable, but then I have members maybe I spent 20 hours with them, 25 hours with them, and I'm happy to do that even more throughout the entire summer this year. Yeah.
So we do skipper training, or we call it skipper training, that it's a minimum required is 4 hours, but what we recommend is twice 4 hours, and then the first times people are leaving with the boats, we help them leaving and we help them to come back. When we see you like super proficient, you can do everything yourself, then people start to come earlier, leave earlier, so we don't really get involved up to the point where the member says, can you just show me this new boat? In addition, we do videos, so we have quite intense walkthrough, but as well not only walkthrough, we do technical explanations where we go anchor the boat, where we go from the dock, off the dock, to help everyone to be very, very confident with the boats and to make us happy to give this the key to someone else. I think we have another question which came up from the chat.
Will you be increasing the number of bases?
Julian and I, we were laughing about it because since 3 years, more or less, we were talking about Ibiza, we were talking about south of France. It's a business model, and of course it has to make sense to start a new base somewhere. And for us, it's very strongly related to sales. So when we have a region where we can sell boats, then it makes sense for us to open a boat club location because these boats can be used for show, for demo purposes. As long as we're not selling boats in Ibiza because there's another dealer, or as long as we're not selling boats in south of France, it doesn't 100% make sense for us. Only if we would use it, or if the local dealer there would use it as a tool as we use it to promote sales. Because in the end, we're a sales company, we're selling boats to end customers whom the boat club concept is not the right concept. We still sell boats to ex-members or former members, but as well we sell boats to other places on the island. What we would like to show a little bit is what boats we have. When we were talking about the boats we had for 2022, we added already a new boat, which is the Axopar 37 cross cabin called Adventure. It's a Brabus line Met Pack, actually the first Met Pack cross cabin which was produced. We have it in Port Calanova since October, after Patrick Polch spent his holiday in south of France in Sardinia on the boat. We did bring it to Mallorca, added to the club. It's at the moment one of our most favorite. The picture you see now, it's not the cross cabin, that is the Brabus Shadow 900. So Michael already jumped one ahead. This is perfect or good. You see, it's a very sexy boat. You get a lot of positive feedback using the boat in the bay. So it's not, you're not posing. It has all the water sports. It has.
Can I just say something to all the members who might be watching or not more watching? Please reach out to me or to Tom to get a nice introduction to that Axopar cross cabin. There's a lot of features on the boat, and I would like to go out with you on the boat and show you those features, please.
So added was this cross cabin. Then we have this Glacier Blue, which we can probably show in. This is at the moment in Munich at Motor World. And it's gonna come to Mallorca for the upcoming season. It's a Brabus Shadow 900 Sun Top, Glacier Blue. I really look forward to get this boat. It's a super sports car on the water. You don't really need it, but you want to have it. It's a lot of fun.
Nice to have.
It's nice to have. We want to add it to the extra XL membership, where we have the Nimbus T11 at the moment. Will be the same tier for members to enjoy. Yeah, we look forward to this. This is the Nimbus T11. We had it since the beginning of 2022. We had some issues for some times with the outboard engines. This is now sorted. It's a super cool boat. We have members, they use it especially for the weekends, so they take it to Estrang, they spend the night on the boat while at anchor or even in the harbor. We really like the space of the boat and how it's getting used. We have here on the boat show the new on water, we call it. That's like a blue Axopar 37 Suntop. It's on the top right. This is the current boat we have in Mallorca. We're replacing it with an exact similar boat. Only difference on this one, it will have the new Mercury V10 350 engine, which we're going to use as well then for testing to report back to Mercury about the performance, if it works, if it's not working. But same setup with a wet bar and with the blue Brabus line fully equipped. The Axopar 37 Suntop as well will be replaced the multi-storage version, which is called Calanova. It will be new Calanova 5. Same for the Axopar 28. We have Tina and Tinka. They will both be replaced for new models. There's nothing upgraded. It's a similar boat. It's only that we want to have the boats for a maximum of 2 years before we replace them with the new boat.
I think we've got 2 new questions.
Are we allowed to sleep out under anchor?
I think just answered this question for the Nimbus T11. The boat has to be equipped for it. So the actual 2 boats we have at the moment would be Axopar 37 Cross Cabin Adventure and the Nimbus T11. It's called Julia. They are equipped to sleep overnight, and yes, so it's possible to do that.
Are there any plans for Alcudia or Polenza in the future?
We talked about these plans. For now, we have nothing concrete. We don't want to say, yes, we're going to open it and just delude people or make them think we're going to do it next year. We rather step one back and say, once we opened, we're going to inform you, but the plans are there. But the plans are there since a couple of years already. So it's not. So for now, there are no further questions. Anything we want to say? There was a question regarding prices, which I got just asked from a member who's here on the show. So for next year, the pricing will be for the level S. We're gonna have an Axopar 25 in this membership. Price here will be €5,900 as the yearly fee. We have a level M, which includes the Axopar 28s, 2 Axopar 28s, and the Nimbus T9. The price there will be €11,900. We have the level L, which includes 3 boats, 2 Axopar 37 Suntops, and 1 Axopar 37 Cross Cabin. That will be €19,900. And there will be a level XL, which don't see this little picture here, which is an Axopar 45, very early drawing. That's not the right boat. There will be a Nimbus T11 and the Axopar, there will be Nimbus T11 and the Brabus Shadow 900. That's 29,900 as the annual subscription with no extra costs. I see that popped another question up.
Will there be also an electric boat in the future?
Good question. But yes, there will, definitely. For a very easy reason. 2013, the Mallorcan government already banned or said they're going to ban combustion engines in charter boats. And as this is still a charter legally, from 2030 on, we're going to have all electric boats. But we don't want to wait so long. So we're pushing at the moment for the Axopar 25 to be electrified. Bigger boats, that's still way ahead in the future, because the boats are not very efficient when it comes to, they're not rolling, they're still in the water, especially going high speeds. It's a longer way than we expected, but we have here on the show Axopar 25 equipped with an electric engine, which gives us a range of 25 nautical miles, which interestingly, that we learned from the boat club, the average distance the members traveled was 17 nautical miles over the entire year on the Axopar 25 and Axopar 22 and Axopar 28. The bigger boats, of course, they go to further distances. They even go to Ibiza. They go around Mallorca. But in the smaller sizes, the electric engine will definitely come, and it won't be so long till this will be in Mallorca with the boat club. Anything else you want to talk about for our members or for future members? Probably we can compare costs regarding ownership and membership. We talked a little bit about it, especially in Mallorca. The mooring cost is probably the highest fixed cost you have. We talk in Port Calanova around 1,500 euro, 1,500 euro per month to keep your boat there. In addition, you have 3,000 to 4,000 euro annual motor service. Then you need anti-fouling. So the pricing we took with this 19,000 euro for an Axopar 37 is more or less what you would pay for your mooring and your engine services, without having to buy the boat. This is different in other regions, of course, especially in Germany, where mooring prices are very low. But in this high, dense, very popular boating areas, that's a typical price range where I was very competitive with the boat club membership. There was another live question.
Are there any club parties planned to get to know the other members?
Somebody asked me that too this summer. Yeah.
They were planned.
We should do
they
that.
Were planned. We planned activities. That's part of Julian's job now for the summer, to organize not parties, but I think it's even more better to take all the boats out.
Exactly, like
invite
the
the members
outings,
and go with all the boats together, go to bay and go at anchor. To know the other members, but as well to experience different boats. So if you're an S member, you want to probably try an L member, like in the 37. That's the idea, to be able to, or to bring the people together to do this all together.
Nice, yeah, true.
We're not hiding people from each other. I really like if they meet each other, we push people to take a boat together. Yeah, why don't you, when your boat is booked, but you know the guy who booked it, just ask him. You want to go fishing, you just join him to go fishing, or you drive to the next bay if he's by himself. You can bring people together by going out or using the same boat the same time. There's another question.
What about catering?
We have a restaurant in the harbor. We have a few members using it. Not all of the members using it, but there are a few members that are using it, and they really take drinks and especially ice cubes from the restaurant to use on the charter. We offered. It's not really used. We haven't really promoted it, but yes, that's something which is possible, and it's easy to do. Anything else on my
another question
list?
There's another question.
Can we use the boats to go fishing?
As fishing is quite dirty, we don't want to have the boat to be used on all to go fishing on all the boats. We have normally 2 boats in the fleet which have a fishing license that's very strictly regulated in Mallorca, and these boats we allow fishing or to be used for fishing. Which we don't like is this trawling. So when you drive for 5 hours to pull a line behind you, because it puts a lot of engine hours on the engines. But stip fishing, so you go somewhere and put your line in, you hook in the water. That's something what we see what members do as well. I think that's we can almost wrap it up. I think that gives quite a good idea of what we do and what's the ideas behind it. If there are more questions, we have more information on our website, weboat.club. As well, you can find the link in this description of the video, or you can find some more information on boato.pol's website, where you can always call, send us a WhatsApp message.
Or even better, just come to Bootsclub ABO-Boating and visit us.
That's the best,
in
to come to the
person.
harbor, you see the boats, we can take you out for a spin. That's the latest, that's the easiest to convince people to take them on the boat and make them drive around. Julian, I think that's a wrap. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining, and thanks for watching the video. And we see us on the water in Calanova or somewhere on the boat show. Thank you.
Bye-bye.